Yannick Ngakoue is one of the most underrated pass rushers in the NFL, especially physical up front. And he has a ton of moves, man. But we talked about this a little bit too, the Yannick Ngakoue and the Rock Ya-Sin trade. I had Eric from SC Experience, who was a Raiders fan, on the show, and he was upset that, Yannick was part of the deal, but
I don't blame him.
They didn't really need Yannick like you guys probably needed Yannick, and how they needed more of Rock on that secondary, because that is a question mark there. So I think it was an equal trade.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think that's a hot take.
I think it's an equal trade, but what do you think?
I like Rock, okay? He has had good spurts. He has had good moments. He seemed to be good down the stretch, like every other season, but then the other seasons, he was just bad the whole year. Like he's not absolutely terrible. He could make plays, but he has a lot of pass interference plays. He had a lot of pass interference plays versus the Packers, the big-time Packers game. He had a lot of PIs in that game. Tennessee Titans games. There were so many games that I couldn't like.
That boy was holding on to Laviska Shenault for his life every time they lined up.
And had so many PIs that I just don't trust him in coverage. I'd much rather Isaiah Rodgers. I love Isaiah Rodgers so much more than him. But I think pass rush is more important than having a secondary as well. Having a secondary
helps out your secondary.
Yeah, exactly. But Yannick is so talented. The fact that we got a struggling player, a player that was struggling for the Colts, wasn't really going to, we were probably going to let him go after next season. It was contract year.
Yeah.
Why not trade for a very good pass rusher? I just see the Colts won this trade so much. I've always loved Yannick. I've always wanted him. And now that we got him for Rock Ya-Sin, I was thrilled. I was so happy. So happy.
He's coming off his second best season as far as sacks. You know? I was up, as a Jaguars fan, I was freaking upset when we got rid of him too. And then he just proceeded to have, decent seasons everywhere he went,
Even
he forces a ton of fumbles too.
Yeah. And even when he changed teams in the middle of the season, he's still found a way to make a big impact, which isn't easy to do. So since you're a Jaguars fan, what was like the locker room stuff? Like, I did hear about locker room stuff. Now, he has gone off Colts Twitter, and he's always asking the fans, the community, he's given to teachers and all that stuff he's given. But, like, why do you think he keeps jumping from team to team? Do you have an answer? It's just...
I think, I honestly think, I don't think it has anything to do with his personality or the way he is in the locker room. I just think that he goes to teams that are already younger and have more depth. Okay. And I think strictly this trade was like, we need secondary help, not Max Crosby and Chandler Jones. We already have these guys. So, what I'm saying? He was in an unfortunate situation there. And then you go to Baltimore, they're already deep at that position too. They just had injuries. And then with Jacksonville, you already know what was up with that. And then when he was in Minnesota before he went to Baltimore, they had Danielle Hunter and the other guy across. I forget his name, but like he was just like filling in for injury. Okay, thank you for your services. I'm out. Go here. Oh, we need secondary help. Let's trade you for Rock Ya-Sin. And now he's going to be in a place where not only you have Kwity Paye, who's an incredible young talent, but you had DeForest Buckner. How long is his contract? It's only a 1-year contract, right? Because
this is contract year. Yeah.
Okay.
He's paid next year.
So, he might travel again unless he just has like a huge year. But I think he's going to fit really well in with your guys' defense. So you think like the Colts like by far won that trade? Like it's not close to you.
I do, but with you saying that they got Chandler Jones, I forgot about that. They didn't really need edge rush, like you were saying. So, the corner definitely helps. They can improve more at corner. So I guess they won in their sense, but I feel like we got so much more value in this trade.
At a Yingbo, that's what BPS says he likes off your defensive line.
Deo Dangbo?
Yeah. Is that you pronounce it? Dayon Dangbo?
Yeah. I don't know if it's that guy or if it's the other guy because there's an Efidi Odangbo too, but he's a Browns guy. He hasn't, he's been okay, I guess, a good rotational piece. But Dayo Odangbo from Vanderbilt, that dude is wild. He is a little bigger than Buckner, and he moves so fast. He's twitchy. He's gonna be fun to watch, but I don't know if he makes a big impact this year. I don't know. I'm not sure because we have a lot of talent in that room right now.
Ceiling and floor for Yannick Ngakoue sack total this year. I think he's been averaging 2 forced fumbles a year, so you're going to get those. But
so I think ceiling 11 sacks, 12.
I have 12. Yep.
Floor, I think maybe 4 or 5.
4 or 5. Okay. So in his career, the least amount of sacks that he got was with Baltimore. Again, he was on journeyman that year. That was 3 sacks.
Okay.
But he only played 9 games. So
that's fair.
If you take that year away, he averages about 8 sacks a year.
Yeah. Floor
7, that's pretty good. You know what? I agree with you, Walt. I think 7 is his floor. At his absolute ceiling, I do want to go higher. I want to say this might be a career year for him at 13.
Okay.
12.5, 13. Okay. He's already got 12.
That with Buckner and then Quiddy on the other side. I'll take that.
It helps. It helps. You can't block everybody. One of them is going to get through. Yannick Ngakoue, to take my fanboyisms away, I've always loved Yannick Ngakoue, man. He was fun playing. It was fun playing him in Madden too when he was with the Jaguars, But that's neither here nor there. That's not real life. But Yannick Ngakoue is one of the most underrated pass rushers in the NFL, especially physical up front. He has a ton of moves, man.
He's fast. He's twitchy.
He's real fast. Him and Josh Allen, the defensive end, watching them play with each other, was awesome. Because they
had to be. Imagine
it was a nightmare because they're both fast, they're both super physical, a ton of finesse moves. I know we can fanboy about them all day. I really think the trade was equal though, because they needed defensive help. But if you had to give the winner, I'm saying right now, because Rock Ya-Sin was not doing you guys any help. Yannick Ngakoue was definitely is going to help your guys' secondary. So giving that up versus them already inheriting Chandler Jones help out Max Crosby, he helps them in other ways that you guys just didn't need him for. So
yeah, and we also have Gus Bradley too. So former DC from the Raiders. So
yes, sir. Gus.